spicy clam and noodle soup, followed by sweet Moorish banana and coconut fritters for dessert. First up, my dessert, banana fritters.
Take your bananas, and to get them really nice and soft, just rub the banana.
Sieve together flour and baking powder.
Sugar into the flour.
Then add coconut for texture and a pinch of salt.
Sounds strange in a dessert, but it works brilliantly, especially with the fritters. It makes the batter nice and crisp. Start crushing. And use the back of the fork and just push it against the side of the bowl. And then, once you've mixed that through, I'm gonna make that mix now slightly fragrant with some lime zest. Now, the lime just really elevates the sort of richness and the denseness of the banana. Cover it with cling film so it doesn't get a skin on top. Sit that in the fridge for 15 minutes.
As the banana fritter mixture rests, I'm getting on with my broth for the noodle and clam soup.
Fish stock is the base. Bring that up to the boil. Now, to take that broth to another level.
In with chopped shallots, fresh ginger, and a whole chilli, seeds and all.
I actually quite like it. Spicy. Just chop once and into the broth. Bring it up to the bowl and let it simmer. Galangal is a sort of, almost like a softer version of ginger, slightly milder.
You can use galangal paste, but I prefer the fresh stuff.
The stems of the coriander. We'll finish the broth with the heads. And that's what endeared me to the Southeast Asian style of cooking. Across my travels there's no waste. In. Lime leaves. For me, one of my favourites. Incredibly pungent, strong, full of flavour, very acidic, but gives a really nice aroma to the broth. Just tear them in. Now, the lemongrass. So the secret here, that's where all the flavour is, right at the very end. So you take the back of the knife and you just bash the lemongrass. So all that flavour is going to run out in seconds. That's the base of the broth done, and the longer you leave it, the more intense it gets.
Whilst the broth infuses, soak your rice noodles in boiling water for 10 minutes, just enough time to fry your fritters.
And the batter now is ready.
Use a metal spoon to drop the batter to the bottom of the pan.
The minute they hit that oil, they puff up. That's why it's important to put your spoon into the oil so the mixture runs off. It creates this lovely little fritter. And then gently fry. Get a slotted spoon and nicely carefully turn them over. The smell of that lime is extraordinary.
Fry for 2 to 3 minutes.
As they start floating, it signifies the fact that they're cooked. Off with the gas and just let them drain. Oh, those beauties. Lovely. Sprinkle them when they're hot with the sugar. Actually sticks to them. They're done, ready to go.
The last job before serving, the clams.
Never be scared of cooking shellfish. The most important rule is if they are slightly opened, a millimetre, discard it. Make sure mussels, clams are always tight.
Cook the clams for just 3 to 5 minutes or until they're all open.
Bring that up to the boil, and this is where we finish the broth. Touch of fish sauce, a little sprinkle of sugar. Drain your noodles into the bowl. For added texture, some delicious bean sprouts. Get your lime, fresh squeeze of lime juice in. Beautiful. Literally, as the stock comes up to the boil, the clams open automatically. So they're cooked beautifully. The flavour from inside the clam has enhanced the broth. The smell is incredible.
The clams cooked, finish with fresh coriander and serve.
There you have a perfect lunch. A delicious, spicy clam noodle with an amazing banana fritter.
My spicy clam noodle soup and banana and coconut fritters made in minutes and proof you only need to travel as far as your kitchen to get the taste of Southeast Asia.
Lay the fish on top of the salt, get your salt, and just start packing it up. You can just touch, looking for a springy, firm texture.